you say 1, 2, 3, 4.
Yes.
Hello, I'm Mike.
Hello, I'm Lynn.
And this is Hello Mansfield.
Hello, Mansfield. Welcome to the show. This is Lynn Rozak.
And I'm Michael Evans. We're giving our last names today.
Right?
I'm Mike.
There's a reason why you bring us in there.
But listen, what a weekend. What a weekend.
I didn't even see you at the pickle parade.
You know what? I was in float group number 6. It was literally tens of thousands of people
really were
in downtown Mansfield. It was
crazy. Incredible.
Wasn't it outstanding?
Outstanding. We had so much fun. You know what was fun? The best part, everyone was smiling.
Everybody
Everyone was smiling and greeting your neighbor and just,
yes.
And, you know, were all those people from Mansfield?
You know what? Most of them probably were.
Yeah.
But we allow other folks to come in, just hang out with us for a while.
Right.
But, you know, all of the festivities and the food and the fun, it was great.
The food. We had some good food.
There weren't many people who were pickled. You know what I mean?
You know, there wasn't.
Yeah, they didn't get over pickled.
There wasn't.
You know, yeah.
You know, we just were having a good time. There was lots of green, though.
It was lots of green. But, you know, of course, it was supposed to be. And, man, you know, I mean, just you think about it. We even had a guy, did you see and I'm into the military stuff. You know, the guy that had the big machine gun on the back of his Jeep. I mean, that's just.
I didn't see that.
That's just vintage Mansfield.
Yeah, right. He just had that in his garage.
Yeah, I know he did. I had my granddaughter with me, my oldest granddaughter, and she and I, we rode with a friend of hers, Moonshine, who was a dog.
Okay. I thought you had moonshine, didn't you?
Yeah, well, you know, the preacher and moonshine don't go together, but I never admitted on camera. Anyway, but it was a great time. I think that we can say that this was the best one ever.
You know what? I think it was. I think it was. I've been to a lot of them. And
what do you think about the weather? I mean,
the weather was perfect.
It's great.
We deserved that after the rain last year.
Yeah, got rained out last year, but it was good. And today's going to be a good hot time for great hot topics. Yeah, and we'll be back after this break, and you're going to meet some great people here.
I'm sure that you think when you come into a session that you'll sit down and pose and cheese and smile. That's not how we do it here at Heather Harvey Photography. Hi, my name is Heather Harvey, and I'm the owner of Heather Harvey Photography. I first started with photography when I was a little girl. My dad gave me my first camera. It was a pink Barbie camera with a big shiny cube on top. It's so special to me that my clients allow me to come into their life, into their special moments, and be a part of it. I love photography. It gives me such joy, and it truly is such a passion to be able to tell somebody's story. Let Heather Harvey Photography be part of your story.
Discover the vibrant flavors of Thailand at Blue Mint Thai and Asian Cuisine on East Ebby Lane in Mansfield. Satisfy your cravings with fan favorites like the Golden Pouches, Thai fried rice, and our signature Crazy Drunken Noodle. Featured on ABC News and Dallas Business Journal, every dish is packed with authentic taste. Whether you're planning a cozy dining experience, a convenient takeout, or an unforgettable private event, Blue Mint Thai has you covered. Where passion meets flavor and every bite tells a story.
In a world driven by digital, businesses need more than just a presence. They need a partner. Introducing TaylorMade Consulting Group, your digital ally. As certified Google Cloud partners, we leverage the latest technology to propel your brand. From concept to execution, we craft tailored solutions to elevate your brand and drive results. Ready to unlock your brand's full potential? Contact TaylorMade Consulting Group today for your free digital audit and discover the difference TaylorMade solutions can make for you.
The medical side of skincare is more in depth. It's getting to know what causes those skin issues and helping to deal with them properly. Hi, I'm Haley with Confident Skin by Haley. I am a medical esthetician and I am also an acne specialist. I do have an LED light therapy treatment. I have my red therapy, which is going to be more anti-aging. I have my green, which is going to be more brightening, and then my blue, which is going to be really great for acne. That's going to help to kill that bacteria. Head over to my website and book your next treatment.
All right, welcome back. You can Mike and Lynn here, and we have some local legends today from Bloomfield Homes. Now, we've got two in the seat, and we've got a one standing, so we'll ask about the guy standing here in a minute. But welcome to the show. Tell us who you are. Tell us a little bit about yourself, what you do.
Sure. Yeah, my name is Amanda Sheehan. And first of all, thank you so much for having us on here. We really support you and appreciate what you're doing for Mansfield. We're big advocates for your town.
Thank you.
I work for Bloomfield Homes. I'm a director of sales. I sold homes for a little over 20 years, and last year I got promoted to director of sales.
Okay.
So I went from like the model home to now more of a leadership role and helping our team out, and just loving it. So,
my name's Paul Canadera. I have a very similar path. I sold homes as well for Bloomfield Homes. I actually sold our very first home in Mansfield, and I've been employed by the company for 20 years. I have the same position as her.
Okay.
I've been there 20 years, but I'm director of sales as well.
All right, so 20 years. So you all have been there from the inception then, right?
he has. I've been here for coming up on 3 years, but I've just been with various builders.
Okay.
But he was actually my boss. And we have this running joke, which is what's behind us, is his nickname is Mr. Bloomfield because he has been there for 20 years, and he'll tell you.
Well, I was going to ask who your friend was behind us.
Yeah.
We call him Flat Paul.
Flat Paul.
I like it. I
Bring
like
Flat
it.
Paul around with you.
He's the stand-in.
Yeah, right, literally. That was
That's
good.
great. That's
Yeah,
great.
I need a drum roll.
That's great.
I'm
But
just saying.
But Paul's on all of our videos, so that's why we call him that.
Okay.
Yeah, no, we used to do little 30-second, 60-second clips for our advertising for our communities. And I guess my boss liked the one that I did, and he asked me to do a video for somebody else that wasn't as comfortable on camera. And so I did their video. And then 20 years later, I mean, we're coming up on 20,000 homes.
Wow.
We built 2,000 homes a year. We have 70
My
neighborhoods.
goodness.
And now all of a sudden there's a lot of videos.
Wow.
And so I guess that's
That's how that worked out.
that's how this came to life. Yeah.
Well, tell us about the communities that you have here in Mansfield.
We have 3. So
Okay.
we just actually opened Rockwood.
Okay.
It's close to 287. It's just a small little tucked away neighborhood, but it
Okay.
has oversized home sites. We start in the upper 400s. So that's been really awesome right out of the gate. We also have
photos.
Somerset.
Mhm.
It's closer to like 287 and like 360 area.
Yeah.
It's master plan.
Okay.
If you want amenities, that's the one I would highly recommend.
Okay.
Mhm.
And they start in like the 430s. Very affordable.
Okay.
And we have Triple Diamond, which is close to Rockwood. And that's in a closeout. So we're almost done actually with that. That's been a really great neighborhood for us.
Okay.
That is awesome. You know, over the years, of course, certain features change, interior designs change.
Yeah.
What's in vogue these days?
Oh my gosh. So I feel like a lot of people are going to more warm colors. They're kind of done with the white and grays,
Mhm.
and they're trying to change their their color scheme.
Mhm.
As far as like features,
Yeah, we've recently updated our light fixtures and plumbing. A little bit more modern feel. Contemporary is a word that some people use.
Okay.
But they're still like the same things that people have been wanting for years, which is lots of natural light, lots
Right.
of windows, open
Mhm.
concepts, less formals, larger
Right.
kitchens,
Mhm.
and family rooms for those gathering spaces, outdoor living, kind of integrating all that
Right.
into one is
Yeah.
really popular right now.
That's great. So what makes Bloomfield different than other home builders?
oh gosh, so many things.
Yeah, I always like to say is our people. So,
Okay.
Amanda mentioned she's been in the industry over 20 years. I've
Right.
been in the industry over 20 years. What's crazy at Bloomfield is we're kind of young.
Yes.
The people that work at Bloomfield are very, very experienced at their particular job. So most community managers that are selling the homes have been doing it for 10 to 40 years.
Yeah.
Mhm.
The project managers who manage the construction of the home, most of them have built well over 1,000 homes in their careers. It makes us really different from other home builders. The service managers that do the warranty work just goes across the board. Everybody's been in the industry and been building homes for a really long time. You get really experienced staff that you get to work with.
Well, I think that speaks to the company as itself. If it's been there for so long and it maintains those employees, that really tells you something right there.
Extremely low turnover rate.
Right.
Yeah.
That's a good thing. I'll tell you what, let's go to a break.
Okay.
Then on the other side of that, I want to ask you about just home buyers and alleviating the stress behind buying a home.
sure.
All right. So we'll be back after this break.
Rare that I make a connection with people, a true, genuine connection. But I know I don't feel like she's there to just take my money.
I don't know.
Wait, put him behind it.
My name is Monica Irving, and I've been a proud client of Haley for 3 years. First of all, whenever I make an appointment, I'm excited. I cannot wait to see her. I love that she's always on time, always professional. I love the environment. I feel like I'm going to go see one of my girlfriends that I haven't saw in a long time, and I know that my skin and I will leave better than where we came. Confidence skin by Haley makes me feel confident and inspired and feel like I can tackle on the world.
In a world driven by digital, businesses need more than just a presence. They need a partner. Introducing TaylorMade Consulting Group, your digital ally. As certified Google Cloud partners, we leverage the latest technology to propel your brand. From concept to execution, we craft tailored solutions to elevate your brand and drive results. Ready to unlock your brand's full potential? Contact TaylorMade Consulting Group today for your free digital audit and discover the difference TaylorMade solutions can make for you.
Located in Mansfield, Texas. Started with a vision back about 11 years ago. Came to the conclusion one day that it was time to start a trucking company. Everybody in this company really does care about one another. Trucking is the backbone of this country, but what we do is absolutely paramount to the success of this country's survival.
At Allison Sketchbook, we bring stories to life with every stroke. Serving the DFW area and beyond, we specialize in live art, book illustrations, and graphic design, turning your vision into a vivid reality. Whether it's a corporate event, a custom illustration, or a powerful design, let your vision unfold with us. Send us an email or check out our Instagram page to let the magic begin.
Hi, I'm William Cletus, president of Solving the Maze. Solving the Maze is an A to Z managed service provider. We cover everything from basic tech support to project services in every single area of information technology. Additionally, one of our focuses as a managed service provider is putting the word service first. Solving the Maze makes sure that you see the face. It's not just remote support all the time. We're going to come on site. We're going to help you. We're going to engage. You're going to see a face.
All right, we are back with Paul and Amanda with Bloomfield Homes, and we're going to talk a little bit about How do you all help with stress in buying homes? Not to apply it, but to relieve it.
Well, I would say a lot of clients right now are scared about interest rates and
Oh,
affordability.
right.
That's been a big thing.
Yes.
And so what I love about Bloomfield is we don't force anybody to use a certain lender. So we have
Sounds good.
partnerships and we have people we love to work with, but
Okay.
there's a lot of people that it'll take them 6 months to a year to actually get their credit right, to save their money.
Mm.
Oh, wow.
And
Yeah.
by the time they get there, they've created a relationship with someone
Okay.
and they're their loan officer. And so like they come to us to get a home and we don't have to force them to go with somebody.
Okay.
So I think that helps a lot.
Okay.
And getting their payments down.
I think the experience thing again helps. You know, most of the community managers that kind of guide you through the buying process have done it so many times. They've seen your, they've experienced what you're experiencing before, right?
Right.
They've helped customers in your same position before. It can give you really good advice to help manage the stress of all that goes into it. And again, on the construction side, those guys are experienced as well. They can answer your questions when you have them about the building process. So I don't know, I think that helps a lot.
And they care. I
Yeah.
mean, I can't tell you how many times people would come to my office for a session and I would help them talk through all their problems.
Right.
And
Oh,
Right.
yeah.
they'd leave with a snack and happy.
We'll
And
see.
so
You know, I like
y'all
a
do
snack.
cookies. I mean,
I had them.
well, cookies, bless you. You know, so we're navigating, you know, interest rates and all of that. How do you help folks to be okay with where they might land?
Well, for me, when I was in the field, it was always about like, where do you want to be financially from a monthly payment standpoint? Like, what are your goals? Because if you understand where the end goal is, we can reverse engineer that. We can figure out a path. And that's where I say people took 6 months to a year.
Right.
I had a family come in 17 times and I
Wow.
bought a money gun and I said, shot all the money. And I said, that's how much money that you spend every month on your rent. Like you can be a homeowner.
I need to try that.
Wow.
But that one thing that got them to get a pre-qualification.
Interesting.
They bought a home for me. They closed. We're friends.
Yeah.
But that one little detail of me just making a joke.
And you
Right on.
mentioned we don't have an in-house lender. Our sales professionals are constantly searching for programs or mortgage companies that might have something better. So it is one of the things that I like, because a lot of builders have their own.
Yeah.
You only get one choice. And we're always looking for somebody who's going to step up and give that customer maybe a better interest rate. And we can contribute to buying them a better interest rate to get that lower monthly payment, which really is what it's all about, is that cost of shelter, you know?
Well, and we actually just had that happen a couple months ago. There was a program that was found by one of our community managers, and he sold 32 homes in 1 month.
Oh, wow.
And and a lot of
That's a
people are
good
like,
month.
it's slow.
That
And I'm
is.
like, well, he found a solution,
Yeah, he
right?
figured it out.
Wow.
So it's just that kind of like motivation also and passion that
Yeah.
our people have.
Yes.
Like, I don't see that often.
That is outstanding.
It is. So what are you most excited about 2025?
Well, yeah.
2025, I mean, I know we're talking about mortgages again. We just started working with a mortgage company that started an online platform that is reducing the cost of processing the loans.
Oh,
So
wow.
they're
Okay.
able to get to lower interest rates, lower costs.
Okay.
Because again, right now, affordability is
Key,
it's the
always.
number one hot topic in our industry.
No doubt.
And this is, nobody has ever done this before. Our boss actually had been, he kind of had the idea, and he's not a bank. He didn't know how to do it. So he found Service First Mortgage that stepped up, and they built this
Service
platform
First
for our customers to have access to. It's called Builder Mortgage Direct, and
Excellent.
it's all online based. So they've reduced the cost of processing a mortgage. Is really what it is. It's really innovative in the industry. So that's something that's really different this year.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Excellent.
When he said it, we'll hit our 20,000 close homes. That's what I'm
Oh,
very
yeah,
excited.
Nice.
I'm very excited.
Nice.
Goodness.
So one more question before we wrap up.
Yeah.
So can you give us a sneak peek to the Bloomfield Home Show? Can you tell us what is that
Yeah.
about?
Well, we'll give you a little bit.
A little bit. Just a
Just a snippet. Okay, so we've been in the industry, and the biggest thing is you meet people that don't know where to start. Like you have all these clients that are like, how do we even build a home? We'd love a home.
Right.
And so for us, we thought, what a great idea to start a show to help buyers walk through that process and unlock the possibilities for themselves.
Yeah.
And just be kind of that education and support. And I don't think anybody's done this. And so we're pretty excited to try it. And at least have some fun too.
Right.
And like we're actually going to have a launch party here in Mansfield.
Great.
Where I guess we started too.
Yes.
And we're going to be doing that
glad.
April 9th. You're welcome.
April 9th.
Please come. 5 to 7.
All right.
And yeah, we're very, very excited. Everyone's invited.
I'm coming.
Okay.
I'm going to be here.
Yeah, we're going to be there. So
Yeah.
everybody's invited. 5 to 7, April the 9th. That's
what?
good.
He's
Yeah, I know the guy keeps moving.
Everywhere.
He keeps moving. So, all right. So are you going to be there at the?
I think he's going to be
okay,
there.
Okay, great.
Okay.
He said yes.
All right. Well, I think it's commercial time.
All right.
Y'all have done a great job. Thank you
Yes.
so much for telling us about all things Bloomfield Homes. And we're glad that Mansfield is the place where you rooted, you started, and continue to grow out of. So thank you for
Absolutely.
that.
Yes.
All right.
We'll
All
be
right.
back.
We'll be back.
My name's Allie Cummings, and I met Heather about 7 years ago. Heather's not your typical photographer. I think she does candid photos very well, but her artistry behind editing the photos is what makes Heather different than a normal photographer. The last year that we did outside family photos, it was quite chaotic, and Heather was really good about snapping random pictures as we're all running around. And I'm pretty sure my husband was holding up a bubble wand and Cameron was going to grab it. As Heather was taking pictures of it, I thought, I wonder what she sees. And later she sends me a picture, and it was actually Cameron feeding a leaf to a long neck. And it was the most miraculous thing that she saw in the moment and turned it into a piece of art.
Actually, my dad, my brother, and my son, they're into the trucking industry. My dad is a mechanic, a diesel mechanic. So is my brother. And my son, he works at the TA. And my dad always said, he used to tell me, like, you know, back in the days, it was hardly any women driving. So my dad always used to tell me, you know, get into the trucking, you know, it's good money. And he said, I want to see you drive a truck. You know, it's like, it runs in the blood. So that's what got me into the trucking industry.
And I was like, damn, I'm going to buy this restaurant. I'm Mike Wilson, and I ended up dropping out of college, and I enlisted in the Air Force in 1999. Once I enlisted in the Air Force, as my friend Elisa knows, it's a real life-changing experience.
And my name is Elisa Dodenhoff. Met Mike in the military, and both of us are Air Force Security Forces. I have worked locally in Mansfield, so I was a regular at Blue Mint Thai and Asian cuisine before Mike took over. So, you know, we've known each other in passing, and I said, oh my goodness, it's Major Wilson.
And my name is Randy Ocharan. I'm a general manager. We all come from Bangkok, Thailand. And we brought all the family, and you know, our family's secret recipes from grandma and grandma.
My name is Ben Boulier. I'm a board certified plastic and reconstructive surgeon. I'm also the owner of Posh Plastic and Reconstructive Surgery, and obviously we're based here in Mansfield, Texas. So overall, now I think I'm very happy, no regrets. I already referred people to the mission one. I told them they were great. I told them that they would be pretty down to earth, pretty straightforward. You would not be confused about the process. And for someone like me who's a novice in the process, I mean, trust me, I'm a stickler for what I want. I definitely think I got what I want.
All right.
All right, welcome back. We're here with Steve Binkley. And Steve, tell us a little bit about yourself and why you're here today.
Yeah, thank you, Lynn. Thank you, Mr. Mayor.
Yes,
yeah,
sir.
So,
good to have you, sir.
Yes, sir. I'm a long time. My family is Mansfield resident. We live in Oakview Estates up the road since the late 90s.
Wait, we live in Oakview Estates. Are you kidding me?
Now we're neighbors, right?
What street are you on?
So Essex Court.
I'm going to walk to your house.
Made a new connection. You'll see the
I'm
van
down
out
the
front.
street for you.
I know, right?
Hunter Oak.
We're just gonna have a party.
I know.
Two boys who are Legacy High School grads. So very,
Cool.
very proud of them.
Me too.
Yeah. Oldest is an ensign in the U.S. Navy.
Yes.
And my youngest is a college baseball player at Lubbock Christian.
Very
All
cool.
right.
We love our community here in Mansfield.
Very cool. But that's not why you're here today.
No.
What did you do that's so
Yeah,
cool?
your claim to fame.
Your
Yeah.
claim to
Okay.
fame.
Yeah. So I'm a bit of a pursuer. I've been to
Okay.
all 50 U.S. states, been to all 30 major league ballparks.
That is
Right.
awesome.
And recently accomplished a nice goal, a big long-term goal, 25 plus years,
Mhm.
all 63 big name U.S. national parks.
Mhm.
So Yosemite, Yellowstone, Big Bend here in Texas.
Right. And you
Okay.
hiked them.
You
hiked
hiked
them all?
them.
Yeah, well, some are small, right?
Right.
Dry Tortugas is basically a fort in the middle of the Florida Straits, and you could hike around the corner of that multiple times. But obviously, love Mansfield, Mr. Mayor. We have a beautiful
Yes.
local park system,
Yes.
beautiful trail system.
We do.
But in the Metroplex, sometimes you like to get out of the
Mhm.
concrete and touch
Mhm.
some grass
It's
and
true. It's
see
true.
outdoors and nature and beautiful vistas, and we've been able to do that as a family.
Yeah, that sounds so
That is awesome. So,
That's so
what,
fun.
what motivated you to do that, to want to do
Yeah.
that?
There's a book called The Happiness of Pursuit
Okay.
that I read as a youngster, and the basic premise is that if you have a goal and maybe put that on the calendar and spend time planning and looking forward to it, a mundane Tuesday at work makes it a little less mundane because you're working toward a goal. I used to use the comment, "What's your favorite?" People would ask me, "What's my favorite park?"
Yeah.
And I would kind of flippantly say the next one
Mhm.
because
yeah.
the joy in the journey and the
Mhm.
planning.
Right. That is great. One of my teachers is doing this, and it's so
Really?
I'm a little jealous because you get to see all her pictures and her adventures.
Mm.
Not something I ever thought to do. We usually go someplace tropical, and but there's so many state parks, and they're gorgeous.
Incredible.
Which one is your favorite? Well, you
Yeah.
just
Yes.
said
Yeah.
that.
I was gonna say yeah.
Right.
So since you've done all of them,
Yeah.
which one now,
Yeah.
rather than the next
So,
one?
to your point, Lynn, there's
Yeah.
a quote. Wallace Stegner is a poet and author. America's greatest idea is our national park system.
Mhm.
And I'll say the greatest experience I've had on the big island of Hawaii is Hawaii Volcanoes National
Right.
Park.
Oh wow.
It's actually active now, the volcano.
Mhm.
But to be there when the 2,000-degree active lava flow is coming down the hill and things are on fire and it pours off the cliff into the Pacific Ocean.
Wow.
Very cataclysmic and but
I
actually
bet
dangerous.
that's amazing.
Incredible to see it in the daylight, this hot lava, like stand back hot lava, and then off the cliff, and then seeing it at night. Really, really incredible.
Wow. That sounds
That is beautiful.
breathtaking.
For individuals who have similar type dreams, how would you help to motivate somebody to just step up and just do it?
And this is the beautiful part about our park service. It belongs to all of us as Americans. And they're very much international travel group as well. But for somebody asking that question, nps.gov, our National Park Service, has a very, very good website. You can search by state and by park. And a lot of things about gear and hiking and trails starts at nps.gov. Two incredible parks here in the great state of Texas: Big Bend on the river down on the Rio Grande, and then Guadalupe Mountains in West Texas that are maybe not close, but they're here in the great state of Texas.
Sure.
It's so inspiring.
Isn't that something?
Right. And I think we need to go to a break. So let's have a break. And when we get back, we'll talk a little bit more about your adventures.
Thank you.
All right, let's do that.
Hi,
All right, we'll be right back.
I am a medical esthetician and I'm also an acne specialist. When I got to around the age of 17 or 18 is when I started to experience more acne. And of course, that took a toll on my confidence. A part of what helped my confidence, crazy enough, is helping other people with their confidence and helping bring a smile to their face, because I know that feeling of just wanting to hide. And that's just really what drove me and pushed me to want to help others with their skin. Head over to my website and book your next treatment with me.
Perhaps more protracted by the lights of perverted sorrow.
The quality of the food, the service, the ambiance is all part of what makes the true dining experience.
Ashley Fuller, and I'm the owner of Fuller Land Surveying here in the Dallas-Fort Worth area. I'm sitting here with my friend JD with Vela Berry Realty, and we're going to talk to you today about why realtors should choose their surveyor and why it's important to develop those relationships.
You know, the other day we were in a sticky situation and we needed a survey. It needed to be done at a, you know, a very short timeline. And somebody was like, call Fuller, give them a shout, see how fast they can turn it around. It's like, oh my gosh, you saved the day.
I'm Dr. Amanda Stanley, owner and supervisory psychologist.
I'm Adam Stanley, co-owner of Stanley Psychology. We chose to office in downtown historic Mansfield in order to better serve the community here.
So we are here to offer a variety of mental health services, including diagnostic evaluations.
And so he was in Waco, and now he's at
Carswell, yeah. Yeah.
Via channels or through our website, and let us help you with your mental health journey.
So at Viridian Property Solutions, our goal is to get you, the homeowner, the most amount of money possible for your damages. I'm the owner of Viridian Property Solutions, and we are public adjusters in the Mansfield area. We've been in the insurance business for 15 years doing property assessments. So when it comes down to getting the right estimate amount submitted to your insurance company, that's where a good public adjuster is going to come in and really be on your side.
All right. All right. We are back with Steve Binkley, and he's talking to us about his adventures as a hiker. This gentleman has been all over the country.
All over.
Literally all over the country. So let's hear about some experiences you had that might be a bit scary for the average bear.
So Alaska, mentioning bears, has a park called Katmai, and it's the world's largest congregation of black bears. And maybe you've seen the picture where the salmon are jumping up the waterfall,
Right.
and the bears stand there.
Oh, yes, yeah, just look like at it. It's on the screen.
So, there's a great picture there. So the bears stand there and catch these salmon. You're in very close proximity. Typically, you want to stay back from bears, but actually sharing a trail. And the Park Service makes you do a safety orientation. If a bear walks by, please don't have a ham sandwich in your hand.
Wow.
And stand off the trail as the bear walks.
So I have a little story about this.
About a bear?
Well,
I
no,
wanna
about
hear
this
about
park. When my kids were little, Eric was going to go to this place fishing, right, or something. But on the TV, it said this is one of the deadliest beaches.
Yeah.
So did you have any encounters?
Yeah, so grizzlies are the ones that you need to be careful of, and there's a different approach between a brown bear.
Right.
The unique thing is they're so full of salmon during this June, July, August that they probably don't care unless you scare them. So don't scare the bear.
Don't scare the bear.
That's right.
You know, that's a rule at our house as well.
Yeah, don't scare the bear.
And don't poke the bear.
Exactly
don't
right.
poke the bear.
So your accommodations, when you're going from, one park to the other, I can see somebody today being excited about, hey, let's go take this trip. Talk a little bit about those accommodations.
Yeah, these are historic places. Most of our parks, national parks, were founded in the 30s and 40s. So they're, from a parking perspective, the big RVs, they're big recreational vehicles, a John Madden bus, doesn't quite fit as well. We travel in a smaller type van that's set up for camping. But their Park Service has obviously border cities that have accommodations, but incredible, thinking of the Grand Canyon, there are incredible historic lodges that you can book that are incredible to stay right on the rim of the Grand Canyon. It's quite the experience.
That sounds amazing.
Yes.
You know what? I think that, as you mentioned, one of the most beautiful things about our country is the fact that we have parkland. And even in Mansfield, we have ourselves, we purchased another 100 acres of undeveloped land. That
Can't wait to see what you do. Our parks are just great.
Yeah, but it's going to be a place where we're going to let nature be nature. And I think that's important.
And you know what? Our Parks Department does such a great job. You realize after that picture parade, we had so many people come through, but you wouldn't know it. Sunday,
the next day you wouldn't know it. So tell us this. Now, what prepared you? I mean, what enabled you to be able to to do this? I mean, to live this adventure?
That's a great question. So 2 boys. My lovely wife will say that she's had to keep up with all the hiking and the outdoors and the excursions. My boys today were empty nesters, my wife and I. Attribute the time to kind of maybe challenge yourself on a big hike. Bryce asked me earlier about climbing Mount St. Helens, which is actually a National Forest Service, National Volcanic Site. But that was a long hike where the boys are like, hey, Dad, are you still coming? This is enough breaks, okay? So challenging ourselves physically, putting it on the calendar, doing as a family, those are experiences we'll remember forever.
See, I'm not about the long hikes.
Mount St. Helen, that's
a big one.
So have you had any encounters with any animal life on your adventures? Maybe the bears, but anything else?
Yeah, there's the rule of thumb is that if you put your thumb and you can still see the animal, you're probably too close.
Yeah.
But nobody tells the bear that, right? So
Right.
the bear, you may have to sometimes move back, right? So you get a lot of people in places, and there's obviously encounters. I think there are websites about the tourists of Yellowstone that get too close to bison. So that's a problem.
Right.
Our Park Service does a great job of education and knowing where you can be safely, and then of course where not to be.
Right. And I have one final question before we finish here. What's next? You've done all the parks, so what are you going to do now?
Yeah, right. So I met a couple, my wife and I did, that were traveling to a new time zone every New Year's Eve. Sounds a little extravagant, but there are 24 plus worldwide time zones, and they actually met them in American Samoa, which is
right
the most difficult part to get to. But they were there for New Year's Eve to experience a new time zone for New Year's Eve.
Very cool. That is cool. That is cool. I never thought of these things.
I hadn't either. Steve, thank you so very much for being with us today.
Thank you so much for being in.
We learned a lot, and
we appreciate your time.
yeah, we need to get you back so we can
Enjoy
learn
the
some
Park
more.
Service locally.
Yes.
Well, you know what? We'll give it a shot.
We'll do it.
All right. Well, thank you. We're going to go to a break, and let's give it up for Steve. We appreciate him being here.
Thanks so much for coming in.
All right.
Good job.
Thank you.
I'm Trey Smith. I'm the co-president of Ivan Smith Furniture. It's family-owned operation since 1961. I will tell you that our trust level with Tony is really high, and he's done everything he said he was going to do, plus some. There's a book that I read. It's called How to Be a Fierce Competitor, and one of the chapters in there is Answer the Phone, and the whole premise of that chapter is to be available and to get things done. That's one thing that Tony embodies, is getting things done. So again, he does everything he said he's going to do, plus some.
My name is Brett Jeffries.
Charles White.
Latanya Lynch, Sally Potter. I have been a patient for about 6 months. They were very thorough in making sure that I was following up on my exercises.
The experience has been great. It's very much a family atmosphere. I actually recommended Joe and Jordan and their team multiple times.
I never thought that my chiropractor could help me with my asthma and allergies, and 4 or 5 other things that they're helping me to live my best life. So this is 2024. The time for suffering and silence is over.
I'm Dr. Amanda Stanley, owner and supervisory psychologist.
I'm Adam Stanley, co-owner of Stanley Psychology. Reach out to office in downtown historic Mansfield in order to better serve the community here.
So we are here to offer a variety of mental health services, including diagnostic evaluations and psychotherapy for individuals of all ages. With our practice expansions at Stanley Psychology, we have
Give us a call, contact us via our social media channels or website, and let us help you with your mental health journey.
Welcome to Old Vine, Texas, a dream endeavor of Mansfield husband and wife, Eric and Emily Bayer. In their discovery of one of the most significant wine regions in the country, they decided to build Old Vine, Texas, with the goal and intent of encouraging people to visit the different wine regions within the state of Texas. Old Vine, Texas is located inside Ancora Event Center in historic downtown Mansfield. Visit their website or give them a call to plan your next visit with Old Vine, Texas.
Hello, Mansfield. Jonathan Taylor here, your tailor-made technology advisor. And today, in honor of the Mansfield Business Alliance, celebrating the top 40 individuals under 40, we're going to talk about the last 40 years of technology. And so picture this, 1985, you're walking down the street with your neon leg warmers, you're listening to Madonna on your Sony Walkman, and your computer's the size of a small car. Fast forward 40 years, no more neon leg warmers. You're now listening to your favorite songs on your cell phone on some Bluetooth speakers, and your computer is fitting in a pocket within your backpack. I tell you, that has been the technological change over the last 40 years. So we're going to talk about the 3 top technologies that have changed the world over those 40 years. First up, we're going to talk about the internet. If you remember when the internet started back in the 80s, you used to have to, it was kind of like that friend you used to say, hey, I'll be there in 5 minutes. That was the internet back then. You used to connect and literally have to wait on it to connect. It was slow, it was clunky, and it was just really, really a pain. Fast forward to today, we're downloading movies and streaming movies in the instant of a second. It has totally drastically changed. You think about the word Google. It used to sound cool back then. Well, now Google it is a verb. Everybody's saying Google it. We don't have to remember anything. Second, let's talk about mobile phones. Mobile phones have literally went from the size of a brick to a sleek device that you can put in the back of your pocket. I mean, they were big enough back then to where you could use them as a self-defense weapon. Well, now, I mean, literally, they were in a case with a cord on it, and you used to have to talk and walk with it. Now they're literally, like I said, they fit in the back of your pocket. They've got the computing power of a computer, and they're really, really helpful. I mean, you can count your steps, you can order pizza, you can do all kinds of things from cell phones nowadays. Third up, we're going to talk about the cloud. Back in the day, we used to have to store things on a floppy disk. And if you don't know what a floppy disk is, Google it. But a floppy disk was this square device that you used to put into a computer, and it would save all of your data. And then we went from that to, more of the CDs and things like that. Well, now we're saving documents, photos, videos, all of that's going to the cloud. We don't know where it's going, but we know it's going up there, and we just trust that it's safe and it's going to be there when we get back. The next one, we've got artificial intelligence, and I'm going to combine that with electric cars. We started off with artificial intelligence in the 80s. They used to have all kinds of movies that were had us scared of artificial intelligence because the computers were taking over the world. Now we can't function without artificial intelligence. It's in our phones, it's in our cars, it's in our microwaves, it's everywhere. And so we use artificial intelligence to kind of help us be lazy, if you will. And then when you talk about the electric cars, we used to think in the 80s we would be flying on hoverboards and flying DeLoreans from like Back to the Future. Well, that's not the case nowadays. We just have electric cars, and those electric cars are using artificial intelligence to drive themselves. And so technology over the last 40 years has just really, really grown. Finally, let's talk about social media. Social media, we started with MySpace. It was one simple form of social media, and you just kind of got to meet people. Now you've got TikTok and Facebook and Instagram, where you can literally argue with people you don't even know. And so technology has really, really changed over the last 40 years. We've gone from slow internet and giant phones to AI-powered devices and electric cars. If that's not progress, I don't know what is. Here's to the next 40 years of technology. If you have not gotten your ticket to the Mansfield Business Alliance 40 Under 40 Gala, that is tomorrow, visit the website, mansfieldbusinessalliance.com, and get your ticket today. If you have a tech topic you would like to discuss, or if you would like to be a tech guest, feel free to email us at techtalk@hellomansfield.com. This has been your Tech Talk with Taylor Made. See you next time.
Are you looking to navigate technology with confidence? Are you exposed to unnecessary risks? Technology shouldn't be this hard. At TaylorMade Tech, we understand the unique challenges of business. Our tech advisors specialize in working closely with you. With TaylorMade, you'll have the support you need from implementation to ongoing maintenance. Contact TaylorMade Tech Advisors today for a free technology audit and discover the difference TaylorMade solutions can make for you.
I love photography. It gives me such joy, and it truly is such a passion to be able to tell somebody's story. My name is Heather Harvey, and I'm the owner of Heather Harvey Photography. I strive to create interactive sets. I want to capture authentic smiles. I want to truly tell your story. If you would like to work with us, check out our website, and I can't wait to tell your story.
So we had just introduced the new PTO benefit for volunteer time. I've been getting involved more and more with United Way, and I knew that they had Dave Caring this spring. Thought it was a great opportunity. So I actually helped with Carolyn Buckingham to organize our groups for today to get us out here using our new benefit. And I think it's a great way to just get out in the community, enjoy some nice weather, give back, spend time together as a team as well. So I think community involvement is important because, you know, it's not just here to work, that we are part of a larger community. When we all come together and take care of our communities thrive and our people thrive.
Whether it was one generation ago or 7, more than likely as an American, an ancestor of yours took an extreme level of risk in order to create a better way of life, family, and eventually you. Most families have a story to tell, at least one story. My family ended up here in Texas when their wagon broke down in Del Rio. The wagon train they were a part of continued westward only to be completely massacred.
Yeah, on the back.
And business owners, the beneficiaries and true torchbearers of our American pioneer legacy. Our clients are not afraid of change. They are hopeful about the future, and they create wealth for themselves, their people, in this country through innovation, creativity, and hard work. Our job at Schultz Wealth is to help make sure it counts for something. If you're a successful business owner, let Schultz Wealth help you to the next level and beyond.
Hi, welcome to the Mansfield Pulse. My name is Joe Jenkins. I'm your host. I am owner of Joe Jenkins Insurance here in beautiful downtown Mansfield and the founder of the Mansfield Business Alliance. As we do every fourth week of the month, I guess we've got 5 this week, or 5 the Wednesday, or never mind. I'm joined by some coaches around Mansfield ISD. We talk about football all the time, basketball all the time. So we're going to talk about, excuse me, we're going to talk about, introduce yourselves. Sorry.
Kayla Nicasio. I work at Lake Ridge, Mansfield Lake Ridge.
I'm Luke Bridges. I'm the head boys soccer coach at Summit.
There we go. So we're talking about sports other than the big ones. And so we're talking about sports other than the big ones. So Kayla, you were the head coach at Lake Ridge Soccer.
Yes, sir.
For the girls. And Luke, like you said, Summit boys, y'all both made the playoffs this year. My stool is slowly slipping here. Y'all both made the playoffs this year. Tell us a little about your program. Kayla, start us off.
Yeah, this is my first year here at Lake Ridge. And so we ended up going 14-4-2 overall. We were 10-1-1 in district, and we ended up being the district champs this year.
Yeah, this is my second year being the head coach at Mansfield Summit. Overall, we were 14-8-2. We finished second in our district. We went 2 rounds in the playoffs this year. First time to do that since 2017. So we're real proud of it.
You just finished last night.
We finished last night, got home at 1 a.m. last night.
Lightning kind of stopped everything for a while.
Yes, it did.
Yeah. Okay.
Yes, it did.
Kayla, how many goals did y'all score this year? Because it's an impressive number.
We ended up scoring 73 goals overall. There's 47 of those were in district.
And how many were scored against y'all in district?
We only had 6 goals against us in district, which was pretty impressive.
Heck of a goalkeeper there. Well, I mean, defense in general.
Yes.
So.
We did.
And then, this is, Luke, it's your second year at Summit.
Yes, sir.
In the program. But Kayla, you just took over the program this year, right?
Correct.
Made playoffs in your first year.
We did.
That's something to be proud of.
It is, yeah.
Something to build on too, right?
Oh, absolutely. We have such a young team, so we're excited for the future.
But you need a goalie.
We do. We had a senior goalie, 2 senior goalies.
Okay, like I said, if anybody out there is thinking this is,
Soccer programs can
soccer
always.
programs,
Yeah.
always
I
need
know.
goalies, like catchers in baseball. You can't have too many of them.
Yes.
Okay, so we're going to take a quick break. We're going to stop for just a couple minutes, and then we're going to come back because I want to talk about grades because that's pretty impressive for y'all. So we'll be right back.
Hi, I'm Haley. I'm with Confident Skin by Haley. What makes my surfaces unique is that I have a hydrodermabrasion treatment. I offer oxygen infusion. I also have LED light therapy, and I do have some anti-aging treatments we can do. So if you're someone who's getting ready for an event or a special occasion and you want that glow, you want that radiance, you want to bring that life back to the skin, feel free to book a hydrodermabrasion treatment. So with all of my treatments, I offer pharmaceutical grade products that have natural botanicals. I also have a line that is meant more for acne because I am an acne specialist.
When it comes to your high-value product transportation needs, CRST's Specialized Solutions team handles things differently. End-to-end customer care, experienced driving teams, and meticulous attention to every detail. We know the value of your products, and we work tirelessly to earn your trust by delivering them to their destination on time and damage-free every time. Because when it matters to you, it matters to us. CRST's Specialized Solutions team. We handle high-value things differently.
Welcome to Old Vine, Texas, a dream endeavor of Mansfield husband and wife, Eric and Emily Bayer. In their discovery of one of the most significant wine regions in the country, they decided to build Old Vine, Texas, with the goal and intent of encouraging people to visit the different wine regions within the state of Texas. Old Vine, Texas is located inside Ancora Event Center in historic downtown Mansfield. Visit their website or give them a call to plan your next visit with Old Vine, Texas.
At Secured Moving Company, we are more than just movers. We offer a full range of services to meet all of your needs. Don't end up being one of those people that didn't choose Secured Moving Company for their moving experience. By choosing Secured Moving, we promise a stress-free moving experience with our dedicated team who handles every detail with care and professionalism. Give us a call or go to our website so you can rest assured with Secured for your moving experience.
When people ask me, what's your favorite? Everything is amazing. Whether it's steak, whether it's seafood. The seafood here is amazing. We're very lucky to have some of the finest chefs, management. Our server team is among some of the best.
We are back to the Mansfield Pulse. I am here with Kayla Nicasio.
Nicasio, yes.
Nicasio and Luke Bridges. Make sure I said that right. Kayla, y'all made the playoffs. You didn't mention that before.
I know.
You didn't win district, right?
We did win district, and then we lost in the first round of playoffs. So, and by district playoffs, we lost to Keller, but went double overtime and then ended up losing in PK. So it was a hard fought game.
It's a tough way to lose in the playoffs.
It is.
So seniors, I mean, I've never coached, but I can only imagine you get these kids for so much time and then all of a sudden you start over. I mean, every year you're kind of starting over to a certain extent. So how many seniors do you have? Talk about these seniors because this was their last hurrah.
Yeah. We're going to lose 12 seniors and, and shout out to them because, 2 years ago, a good portion of this group only won 2 games in their season 2 years ago. And then last year, we missed the playoffs by a game. And then this year we're able to make the playoffs in the second round. And I just hats off to our seniors because they bought into the process and our guys, and they've laid the foundation for the future.
For sure.
for us.
How many seniors are y'all losing?
We're losing 7 seniors, and with them, it's difficult to have a coach change. So I stepped in this year, and so them buying into a new coach and a new process of things, I mean, they've just really stepped up as leaders on and off the field.
That's
So.
impressive. Okay, so I would imagine that the other major headache of being a coach is making sure these kids pass, and because no pass, no play.
That's right.
So tell me about grades. How important is that to y'all's program?
Oh, it's extremely important. We have a set standard for our girls. We do grade checks. You know, we have our study halls, but overall on our varsity team, we had 23 out of the 24 with a 90 and above average. So it was pretty impressive.
Yeah, and we do the same thing. They're student athletes first. Study hall is kind of saying what she said, but in our program total, we have a just over 92% pass rate in the total program. So JV, all from freshmen to seniors. So we're really proud about that.
I mean, you know, these kids are, I mean, I'm not saying they're not going to go on to become professional soccer players, but that grades are definitely important. And that's
Absolutely.
Yes.
And I'm impressed that that's important to y'all. And like I said, I definitely applaud you for that. So let's talk about next year. I mean, the season's over. So now we're rebuilding, right? To a certain extent.
Yes,
sir.
So what are we looking at next year? Are we going to be strong again?
We should be. We're a very young team. We have the majority of sophomores in our program, at least on the varsity level. So we just got to make it past by district next year. And, you know, we've got new goals. They've already set them, and we hit the ground running on Monday. So we're ready for it.
And you're about to take a little time off because
I am.
Lake Ridge girls are getting a new mascot.
They are. We're adding a third one.
There you go. And you said you were pregnant. You're having a baby.
Yes, in middle of May. Yes. So we're excited.
Good timing. So, yeah.
Thank
All
you.
right.
Yeah.
And then, so what about next year for you, Luke?
I'm really excited about next year. You know, kind of the same way. Our junior class is a little bit smaller, so we're gonna have be sophomores, a little bit juniors, and some seniors. And our JV past 2 years has been district champions, and so the seniors have laid a great example, setting expectation and what we want to achieve. And we got the second round, so here's the expectation to the young guys.
All right, I'm just saying it. State championships for both y'all. I'm really.
We'd love that. Yeah.
I don't want to put that out there, but that's my expectation. So anything less, I'll be talking to y'all and we'll have a conversation. And my hope is I have you back next year and y'all both got giant trophies.
We'll take it.
Yeah,
we'll take it.
We will be very excited. Y'all are the best of MISD. We are very proud to have you as educators in Mansfield ISD. As a parent at MISD, I'm thankful for teachers and coaches like y'all. So thank you for coming on this week. Thank you for being here. That's it for the Mansfield Pulse. Back to Mike and Lynn in the studio.
Hi, my name is Heather Harvey, and I'm the owner of Heather Harvey Photography. Every time a client walks into my studio, I want their experience to be like none other. I strive for each one of my clients to have their own unique, memorable experience. And it truly is such a passion to be able to tell somebody's story, to be able to go into some of their personal journeys, whether they're having a baby, their family is growing, or their little one has grown up and it is their last year of high school and they're moving on to the next part of their journey.
We specialize more in the insurance claims. So when you have storm damage that comes through, obviously hail, wind, tornadoes, we come out, we take a look at everything on the roof. There's a lot more that can get damaged than just the roof. There's gutters, there's windows, there's fence, there's decks. Come with Viridian Roofing and Construction. We've been in the industry for over 35 years. I'm the owner. When you call us, you get to deal directly with me. We come out and do a free property inspection and evaluation, and we're going to get out with see you very quickly.
Hi, I'm Andrea, Andy Mac Candy Shack. We have over 1,600 different types of candy. We have everything from Taffy Town Taffy. We carry almost 100 different flavors. We have the old school bazooka gum. And yes, they do still have the jokes in them. We have everything from Mexican candy, Japanese candy, and I love these lollipops. They are so fun. Plus, we do special things like we custom make baskets. We have so many Jelly Bellies, it'll blow your mind. And just so you know, not only do we carry local items like our Dublin sodas, we carry Wild Bill Sodas, which is a veteran-owned, veteran-run company. Be sure and come see us down at Andy Mac Candy Shack.
Well, welcome back. It's been a great show. It's me, Lynn, and Flat Paul.
Well, you know what? We want to thank Bloomfield Homes
definitely
for
want to
being a
thank
sponsor.
Bloomfield
Hello,
Homes.
Mansfield.
Yes, and what's happening tomorrow?
You know what? It's opening day.
And you can get drunk noodles, can't you?
Well, you know, Blue Mint High has got their Drunken Noodle Bowl at
Noodle
the
Bowl.
ballpark.
That's right.
With the Rangers. So if you're going out for opening day, you know, make sure you get some drunken noodles.
Some drunken noodles and get an Uber driver.
And get it. I don't think you really get drunk from the drunken noodles,
Oh, the
but you
noodle's
know,
not drunk.
just in case.
Okay.
You know, you might be having something.
Okay. Well, listen, we don't ever say goodbye. What do we say?
We say hello, Mansfield.
Hello, Mansfield. Have a great rest of the day.